Today is Wednesday, August 8th, and I just got done dropping carcasses out here in the river. Today we fished in the river and in the ocean. We started out in the ocean and it was really foggy all morning long. And you know, another quick safety tip, I know I've been giving out a few of those, but again today another one came up with fog. It was so dense this morning that you really couldn't see more than 20 yards in front of you. And I've always suggested that you never want to go any faster than you're willing to hit something. Whether it's a sandbar, another boat, whatever it is, never go any faster than you're willing to hit something. So take it slow out there, turn on all your lights. If you have AIS, use that. It's connected up through your VHF. In fact, actually, I'll show it here to you right now. Let's see here. There is, take my glasses so I can see. So there is my head unit right now. And if I zoom out, if you look at all these little triangles, there you go. If you look at all these little triangles right here, those are all different boats. So if I zoom out all the way, let's look out in the ocean here. What do we got? So there you go, you can see, maybe. You can see all those different little triangles out here. If you click on them, it'll come up with different info. So there's one that says Salishan. If I click on that, it'll tell me everything that I need to know about that ship. So that one is a long tow. It is, length is 328 feet. Let's see if I can get all that in frame there. There we go. So yeah, it tells you their bearing, their heading, how fast they're going, and everything that you need to know about that boat. So that way you can be safe. Now that is only for ship traffic. That is not for anything else but those larger ships. So the good news is that when you're out there running around, you know where those big ships are at in that dense fog. They can't slow down, they can't turn. Smaller boats, you just need to be careful. They are a little bit more agile, they can turn, they can maneuver out of the way. Big boats can. We always call it the tonnage rule. If they're bigger than you are, you need to get out of their way. So again, this morning was foggy, but just go slow and everything will be fine. The ocean today, I mentioned it in yesterday's report. Nothing is ever the same, and that was exactly the case today. The current was completely the opposite direction. Today was flowing south to north. It was tough finding a little bit warmer water where those fish are willing to bite. A lot of jellyfish around, and the fish were scattered. Yesterday's information does not apply to today. Today's information does not apply till tomorrow. So you just need to be able to adapt to all different conditions that we're going to run across out here, whether it's in the river or out there in the salt. So the best thing that you can do, and what we did today, is we just kind of bounced around. We kept on trying deep water all the way out to 220 feet of water. We tried inside around 50 feet of water. We tried rips, we tried different structure. Honestly, none of it really worked. And with that dense fog, my crew was not feeling so hot. And so we decided to come back into the river after releasing 5 or 6 wilds and getting a couple of hatchery co. One thing I will say, every single fish that we got on board was great quality. So we still ended up with probably 15, 20 bites out there, which isn't bad, but only coming in with a couple fish. Well, I know we came in early, but only coming in with a couple fish was a little bit disappointing, to be honest. We came in here, we hit the high slack absolutely perfect. And I thought for sure that this anchor troll right here, where all the ships are anchored up, that's one of my favorite spots at high slack, middle of the afternoon, where it flips around, the ships come tight. Man, it's go time. Here we go. We're gonna catch a couple kings here on the first pass, no doubt about it. We didn't get a bite. In fact, I only marked about 2 fish the entire troll, from the second tanker, which was about East Mooring Basin, all the way down here to the bridge. I marked 2 fish. And I saw maybe 1 net out of 20, 30 boats. So all in all, not the best bite from what I saw in the river. I talked to a number of guys that fished the river today. It sounded like it was pretty tough for them as well. So not the best bites in the river, not the best bite in the ocean, but that could be attributed to the weather change. We had extremely high winds yesterday. Today it was really foggy, cool, light winds. The currents totally flipped around, and that could have definitely changed how these fish were reacting and if they were going to bite or not. We marked a lot of fish in the river and in the ocean. At least the guys that were fishing the river early this morning marked a lot of fish. They did not get too many fish to bite. Us out there in the ocean, man, we were marking fish left and right, but we couldn't get them to chew. So it might have just been the weather change. We'll see what tomorrow brings. Not sure. If you are going to be coming down here in the next few days, there are some Chinook being caught out front, which means that they should be coming in here anytime soon, but it may be 4, 5, 6 days before we get a really good shot of them once we hit that peak in the tides, and then they start to drop off. At least that's what we've seen in years past. I mentioned this in the last couple updates. There was a year, I think it was 2 years ago, where the bigger tides we actually saw a better Chinook bite. We'll see what this year brings here. We know the fish are around. That's great. Now we just need them to start playing ball. Okay, that's our update for today. Starting tomorrow, we'll probably do a few more tech tips. Just run around like crazy trying to get gear ready. So sorry, and this update's already 5 minutes long. So we're out of time. Tomorrow we'll do some more stuff. Oh, by the way, we did a little bit of crabbing today too. We put the crab pots down where pretty much everybody else does, right there by A Jetty. And we got a handful of keepers, I think 7 total, which isn't very many. The males were big. They weren't quite all the way full, but they were hard shelled. So maybe by September, we'll start seeing a little bit better catch rate for the crabs too. For those of you guys that are coming down here to crab. All right, now I'm done. We're out of here. I gotta get back to the dock and get to work. Thanks guys, see you later.